Hello there! I am No Name and I'm back again with another Advanced Wars by Web replay commentary. The match I'm about to show you is probably one of the wildest games that I've ever played in this website. So just to give you some background, this is a Global League match. I think I played this game when I was at around 1000 MMR and my opponents roughly around that same rating. So in terms of skills, I think we're pretty matched at this point. So let's go on to the map. So this one is called Chosen Reservoir. So when I played this game, it was my first time playing the map. So I had no idea what the meta is and whatnot. So I just played it like a regular game. It turns out that for this map in particular, air units are very strong and you want to prepare anti-air as soon as you can. Because as you can see, the airports here, they're very far forward as compared to your base. So the units that you would expect to reinforce are most likely going to come out of this airport. So that's one thing. Second is that, as you can see, there are a lot of airports here. There are 3 for each side. You can use this airport to build a black boat and capture these 2 properties. Conversely, you can also build a transport and then fly infantries over this area and then capture these cities and then go back for this port. And you can also use this port for some, wild naval play. So let's go on to the CO. So for this game, my opponent and I picked Sasha. Sasha is actually my favorite tier 1 CO in this game. But for some reason in this map, she was downgraded as tier 2. So I don't really get that. I think if she's on tier 2, like everyone's just gonna get crushed. Like Olaf's not gonna stand a chance, Eagle's not gonna stand a chance because they rely too heavily on their superpower. Probably Max has a good fighting chance, but the thing is, this is a very good map for indirects, which I'll show you later how good indirects can be on this map. So I think she should have been tier 1 for this one. But in this case, it doesn't matter because we're playing a Sasha mirror. So it's gonna boil down to skill, basically. So what's so good about Sasha? Why is she my favorite CO? 2 reasons. First is because of her normal power. Her normal power, Market Crash, basically denies your opponent the chance for them to use their power or superpower. So, especially in a big economy map like this, where Sasha could realistically reach 30k income per turn, Market Crash is gonna be super good because it can basically wipe out the entire charge meter of your opponent. So that's why she dominates in tier 2 because a lot of the COs there rely on their superpower to be viable. Olaf isn't as good if he can't pop Winter Fury. Eagle is also not good if he can't pop Lightning Strike. So just by her CO power alone, she can already dominate the matchup, whatever matchup she's in. And the reason why she's going to dominate is my second reason. One thing about Sasha is that she gets 10% extra income. Think about it as Sasha having a 10% bigger army than yours. It's really important that if you're playing against Sasha, that you don't lose the capture game. As much as possible, you want to be tied with her in terms of properties. Because if she begins to overtake you in terms of property, that's basically GG. Like, if you are on a 2 deficit property game with Sasha, you might as well resign because you're not gonna win that. So she also has a superpower, War Bonds, but I've tried using it in the past as a meme. It's not really worth it. Like, best case scenario, you're gonna get a free bomber. And for 6 stars, a free bomber isn't really that good. So you might as well just stick using Market Crash and eventually you'll win the game. So before we start, a shout out to Chris Daly. He commented on my last video that she thinks Sasha is underrated. Well, I will show you a game where Sasha is a bomb. So let's get on to the match. Alright, so I'm playing as Orange Star here. My opponent's playing Blue Moon. So let's start. Again, normal infantry turns. Yep, nothing like interesting to commentate about as of now. Yeah, and here's our first major difference. I go for the airport first, and he goes for the capture routes on this side of the map. I think my opponent did the right play here because as Sasha, you really want to capture or you really want to have a strong presence at a part of a map early on, and delaying your infantry to cap, say, airports, which can be delayed, really isn't a good strategy. So yeah, so far right now my opponent has a better opening. So yeah, and then his turn now. So yeah, he rushes for these properties on the side. Like he's not even bothering to capture this airport, which I think is the correct move. Because you'll see later on how behind I am on this part of the map and how ahead he is on this side of the map. So yep. And then I open an early recon just to harass this area really. And what he does, he builds an APC. Okay. It's a good opener considering it's a big map. There's a lot of properties to capture. So, you know, maybe opening a transport isn't such a bad idea. But too bad for him, I have a perfect response in the form of a recon. So whatever infantry push he's planning is gonna get shut down. Okay, so I move my units, and then yep, normal infantry builds here. Yep, you're just moving our units here, and yeah, so far, yeah, nothing happening really. Like yeah, my recon's just moving ahead. And there, I build an early transport copter. So my plan for this transport copter, basically ferry as many infantries as possible I can to this area, and then ferry one infantry to capture both of these properties, and then ferry it back to capture this port here. So it's gonna take around maybe 15 days for that plan to happen. So that's also the reason why I captured this airport early, because I wanted to get a head start on capturing these 3 island properties here. So let's see what our opponent does. So he starts using his APC, and he builds 2 recons. Okay. An okay opener, I guess, considering I haven't built tanks, and I don't think I will anytime soon. It's an okay opening, like a split recon. So keep moving forward, and yeah, I spot this, but yeah, I'm not gonna attack it yet. And then I build an early battle copter. The reason why I built a battle copter instead of a tank is because the airport, as I mentioned a while ago, is far forward, meaning this battle copter can support this recon much faster than, say, if I build a tank over here. Not to mention I have the funds for it. I think I had 12k, so I just went with an early battle copter. So let's see what my opponent does. Yeah, just using his transport. A little bit inefficient of his transport use, because this isn't really contested. Like, that really belongs to the blue player. If I were him, I would have probably taken this city instead, because this one's a bit contested. At the same time, it's close to reinforcements that it's easy to defend. This one, I'm not even gonna bother to capture this because it's very easy to capture. So kind of an inefficient use of his transport copter on his end. So let's see. And then yeah, look at how far ahead he is. He's already capturing this property. I am nowhere near this property. That's how ahead he is in terms of his capture game in this side of the map. But thankfully, I have a recon that's gonna shut down his entire capture here. So yeah, his recons move, and then he now builds a transport copter. Okay, so for this turn, notice how I use my transport. So yeah, battlecopter moves, and then I start capturing, and I'm super delayed in my capture game. It's not even funny. And yeah, just capture things really. And then okay. Alright, so so look at the positioning of my battlecopter, my transport copter here. So first is that this infantry can ride this transport copter and then unload it on the same turn, giving it access to this property. Then this one can capture the comm tower, this one can capture this city, and this one can ride the transport copter and then move on to the island. I think it can reach. Oh no, it can't reach. So it can move forward, but yeah, that's really how you want to use your transport copter, like positioning it so that you can give some infantries extra 1 movement, and then using it to extend the range of your infantry really to get you to that contested property somewhere in the middle or in the northernmost part of the area of the map, or southernmost area, depending on where copter is really. So yeah, and so far, yeah, now I build a tank because I wanted to have a follow-up, because the thing with battlecopter is that it's easily shut down, like an anti-air, and it's already dead. So okay, now he's just ferrying infantries here. Okay, see, day 9 rolls in, and look at that, I am so behind in this side of the map. Okay, yep, and then boom. So right now I'm capturing this property, and these units are poised to capture this property, and this one can be ferried over to capture these cities. So as you can see, you really want to be efficient with your transport use here. So okay, infantry movements, and then this was a mistake. I got a little bit greedy here because my objective is to just damage as many infantries as I can so that his capture gain here is going to be debilitated. But the thing is, putting this recon here, it's susceptible to getting trapped, because like as you can see, there are 3 infantries that could just surround this recon, and then there's also a tank to follow up. So this recon, when I place it here, was pretty much dead. Like, did it earn its value by harassing these infantries? Yeah, because it would delay his capture of these 2 properties by like 5 turns. But did I want this recon alive? Probably yeah. If I were to replay this game, I would have probably just, I don't know, sat on this comp tower instead, so that I could harass more infantry basically later on, and I would have also more vision. So that's my first mistake of the game. And yep, again, yep, I just rushed my battlecopter here. Let's see. Yep, and as you can see, now this recon's trap. It's nowhere to go, and it's pretty much useless right now. And he also builds a battlecopter. Again, air units in this map, very good, because they're the fastest reinforcement you can get. So yep, and then I interrupt this cap. I'm surprised how weak copters are to infantry. When I first hit this, I thought it would do much more damage than 5, but I guess, you know, it's a copter, whatever. So here, look at the difference in our capture gain here. He's already about to capture the port. He's also threatening this city. Meanwhile, I'm nowhere near this area. It's such a bad opener for me. So there you go. I position my tank, and then yeah, capture this property. I don't think I know that the recon is there. I think. Wait. Oh yeah, I know the recon's there. So like yeah, I just captured it. Whatever. So I don't know how to feel about that move. And so far, as you can see, I have a lot of infantries here, and this single recon shuts them all down. Like, I can't continue capping properties. That means he's free to capture this port, this city, and I don't have anything to interrupt it. Thankfully, his push here is also shut down, but the difference is he has an answer to my recon and I don't. So yeah, just predicted. He captures those properties and then he interrupts that cap. You know, it's really, you know, nothing of consequence really. So yeah, and yeah, this was a bad opening for me. Okay. Right. So yeah, I start capturing this this properties here, and see. Okay. So yeah, I'm just interrupting his caps. Not sure what this was a good move really. I guess I just want to delay her income really, because I know that I'm losing right now since I see that he's already here. I'm nowhere near here yet. Also, I don't have anything to shut down this recon. The artilleries are gonna take forever to be in position, so I'm just delaying his property game as long as I can really. That's my MO right now. So yep, right, you see I'm just building an infantry wall because my artillery is about to come. And okay, this was another mistake on my end. So when I did this move, look at this battle copter and look at this infantry. I was thinking if he didn't build, like, my thought process basically when I attacked this was that even if he built a proactive anti-air, it's just gonna be here. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At best, it's going to be here, and it can't reach this property yet. And I wasn't aware of the meta of this map yet, so I didn't think that he was going to build a battle copter by this turn. So I thought that at best this copter, could probably live another day. But the thing is, I should have probably retreated it because I should have expected this battle copter really, especially in this kind of map. That's really on me. That was my mistake. So yep, and I just sacked this battlecopter just to interrupt this cap, which is inconsequential really because there's an infantry that's going to cap here anyway. So yeah, that was a dumb move. Okay, so yep, and now I build an anti-air because I was expecting maybe any copters flying about soon. Since he already knows I have a copter, he might have built a copter to response. So preemptive anti-air, but the thing is, this anti-air is a bit late. So here goes the start of my fall. Boom, first hit, then copter follows up, shows an anti-air there. Then yeah, it's just killing my units really. I don't have anything to respond, so I'm just sacking my infantry just to delay his cap. So, and yeah, right now, luckily, the recon that died really did a number on this side of the map because considering he hasn't captured any of these properties yet. So far I'm still holding on, but as you can see, the income difference is starting to add up. Okay, so day 12, and then yep, just capture that property. Like, it doesn't see it and then it backed away. This copter is gonna be pretty much useless now. So tank comes in. So finally, my artillery is in possession. So I can now deal with this recon. Well, not really deal with it, but more like I want to get rid of that recon, or I want to defend my infantries from the recon. The recon can just, ignore it and maybe move south or whatever. And I also build a tank just to be proactive. So yeah, this isn't the cleanest opening that I have. It's pretty clunky. Like, I'm basically losing on both sides. So yeah, kills the infantry. Now he just starts capping. Although yeah, we're equal on property, but in terms of positioning, his is a lot better. Okay, yeah, he interrupts that cap. And then yeah, he's also now capturing the 2 island properties there. And okay, as you can see, the state of the board right now, it's not looking well for me on the southern side. Not only does he have 3 battle copters that are probably gonna go this way, and I only have 1 anti-air, I'm also out-tanked here. So this is supposedly my strong side, but as you can see, I am being pushed down here. So it's not going well for me, folks. So yeah, but just join cap, just to give this infantry some life, and then I place the I place the artillery here. Basically, get the hell off my lawn kind of move. And then yep, I get trapped, and then I get a free shot. Boom. And then yeah, dead infantry. I also get trapped, and then yeah, I just shift this copter upwards because yeah, it's at best what it can do is probably like damage infantries until it gets shot. So yeah, but I also move my copter. So yeah, right now as you can see, I'm sort of shifting my units upwards because I think I'm aware that I'm probably lost on this end already. So yeah. So yeah, I'm just shifting my forces upwards, but at the same time still building out tanks to basically cover this area. So as you can see, it's not really a strong side, weak side situation. I'm more evenly split right now. Like I have 4 tanks here, and I have 2 artillery, copter, and tank here. So it's evenly split, which isn't really ideal if you're playing Fog of War. So yeah, I built Did I pop Market Crash before? Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing with Market Crash. You want to pop Market Crash before you buy your units, because there are many times while playing Sasha where I popped Market Crash after I bought units, and it was basically useless, because how Market Crash works is that the amount of power charge that you're gonna wipe out is dependent on how much money you currently have. So if you bought units before popping Market Crash, you're gonna have like 2,000, and it's not even gonna make a dent on your enemy CO charge. But yeah, an important thing to take note when you're playing Sasha. So yeah, I built Neo tanks because I have the income for it. So, and I wanted to like push back here, but what I should have been building is anti-air, really. Anti-air and battle copters just to counter his air units. But I didn't know that. Well, I should have, because of, it was obvious that it was gonna be an airport heavy map. So okay, so day 13 rolls. Let's see what he does. So yeah, he, like any rational person, would back away. So there, and his battlecopter shifts upward, which is really what you want. It's what I should have done. Like after hitting a unit with a battlecopter, you want to shift it upwards so that it will confuse your anti-air where it wants to go. So yeah, right now he's doing a better job like pushing me back here, and as you can see, he's already capturing the properties here. He's also capturing these properties here, so it's not doing well for me. So yeah, he just positioned his anti-air here. Yeah, he's covered on both ends, so air units isn't really going to fly right now. It's already shut down by this anti-air here. So yeah, and then he goes triple tanks. That's really aggressive. Thankfully, I built a Neo tank that basically shuts down this build, but again, he's so many copters that it's just gonna swarm my Neo tank. So day 14, infantry's move, and yep, just kill this one. This copter still being useful at finishing off infantries. And then yeah, this was a bit cocky, but since I have an artillery, I basically have like a get out of my lawn kind of unit. So yeah, as you can see, yeah, protected the artillery here, so anything that tries to interrupt this is gonna get blasted. So then cover the artillery, and then artillery backs up this tank in case there's like a stray tank that wants to attack this tank. So, and yeah, recon, because I realized I'm freaking blind over here, and the medium tank. So yep, so far I should have been building anti-air. Like, look at this copter. So he has 1, 2, 3 copters right now, and I only have 1 anti-air and 1 strong copter to counter it. It's not looking well for me, folks. And yeah, look at this. Range, just gave that away. Boom. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Yeah. This is hard to watch right now. I am so oblivious of his air units. I'm being straight up outplayed right now. Boom. And yeah, I just kill the anti-air because, you know, that's what we do. And there you go. Boom. And then I'm so happy I spotted this. Boom. Yeah, I kill this anti-air, and then my anti-air can get the free shot of the copter. So at this turn, I felt pretty good. Like, okay, you know what? I did a bad opening, but I think from here on, everything's gonna be all right. It wasn't. You'll see why. Okay, I'll pop this market crash just to annoy him, really. And medium tank's getting in position. So is my medium tank. Yeah, battlecopters. You need anti-air, dude. And I'm still not building anti-air. God, past self, build the freaking anti-air. Okay, so yeah, now I'm just positioning. Look at the positioning of my artilleries. It's so good. Like, I'm slowly recapturing these two cities just because of my artillery backup anyway. So, day 15. Look at this turn. So, he captures this. And then, yeah, he kills my tank, damages my anti-air. Yeah, it's just finishing off my units here right now. Boom. Okay. That's one copter. Boom. And yeah, 2 tanks dead. And then the second copter. And yeah, okay, so now there are 2 battle copters and a third one on the way. Could shift downwards, shift. I like this area of the map is so naked to air units. And the best defense I have is a 6 HP anti-air. Like, don't get me wrong, it's still going to do good damage. But the thing is, he has another one. And I don't have any anti-air ready. So yeah, he just keeps continuing to push through this infantry wall, but yeah, he's not going to break through that, not anytime soon. So finally, he builds a bomber. Okay, he doesn't see my neo-tank yet, so this is a very proactive play from him. But yet the thing is, a bomber, especially if you're Sasha in a big economy map, it's always a good idea to build bombers. And this isn't going to be the last bomber that you're gonna see in this match. So, boom, yeah, my artillery just doing work here. Boom. Yeah, look at this copter, still being useful even at like a 3 HP. Good for you, copter. So, bang. Yeah. And anti-air, yeah, it does still pretty good damage, but the thing is, he has another copter and I'm basically naked right now. And yeah, so when I saw how many battlecopters he has here, not really many, 2, but I expected more battlecopters, I immediately built a flyer. Because I know a normal anti-air is gonna take forever to reach this part of the map. I need to shut down his air units right now. So even though I'm building a 20k unit just to shut down like a couple of battlecopters, I think it was still a pretty good investment on my part because I wanted to shut down his air units here. So let's see if that response worked out. So yeah, right now, look at this transport copter is about to explode. Is it even gonna reach this harbor? We'll see. So yeah, so far I'm doing my best just to clean house here, really. And yeah, so again, I'm really split here. Although I am shifting some of my forces upwards, my expensive units are down here, so it's not really doing anything. So yeah, this recon's now dead, like it just is. Okay, so yeah, anti-air is dead now, everything's useless here. And then he also discovers my tank. Oof. And then he also pops market crash, which means his units now has 10% defense. Look at this. Look how naked this entire portion of the map is. It doesn't have any anti-air, doesn't have any copters to defend myself here. So it's not looking good. Like, if I'm more wiser, I probably would have resigned at this point already. But I was just beginning at the game here, so I was still kind of stubborn. So I continued playing the game. So yeah, he's just beating me down at both ends of the map. As you can see, I just have this portion of the map controlled, and he has like a bigger portion of it. Okay, so my flyer, and it doesn't even kill this battle copter. I was surprised, really. I thought a fighter would one-shot a battle copter 10 times out of 10, regardless of any defense increase. But because my opponent popped market crash, his battle copters has 10% more defense. Apparently, with 10% defense, the battle copter isn't gonna go down from a fighter. So I was kind of disappointed. You'd expect for like a 20k unit, it would one-shot copters, but it doesn't. So that's disappointing. Okay, so yeah, I'm just positioning and I get the free. It didn't even kill. Christ. Yeah, I had to do, and it didn't even kill again. I got a bad luck. RNG is screwing with me. Oh, Jesus. So yeah, again, battle cop spam, also recon spam because I have no vision. I finally built an anti-air, thankfully. I need like 2 anti-airs right now. I don't know what I'm gonna build here in this base. Yeah, okay, thankfully, okay, that was the correct move. Like, just build anti-airs right now because he has a lot of copters. So, okay, yeah, now I'm just moving. Slowly, I'm regaining my positioning here, but he's also like capturing my properties. Like, this one's gone. He's gonna take that. Thankfully, I might take this. So, yeah, and I just surround my artillery really. Okay, so day 17. Okay, so yeah, now he's just taking over my properties right now, and I'm just doing my best to hold on. Look at that, he already has 2 bombers. Good thing I have a fighter to repel these bombers. But the thing is, the fighter can only hit 1 unit per turn. That's its limitation, and the fighters have a lot of air units to kill right now. Okay, and yeah, tank's dead. And I was just really getting beat here. I was losing heavily. If I would, in a different day, I might have resigned already. Like, I don't know what kept me from playing this game. Like, maybe because I thought I still had good unit count, like 34, that's still pretty good. Also had good income, so maybe I thought, you know what, I'm still in this match. So, okay. Boom. Then, yeah. Then I pop market crashes to give me that extra boost. I kill off the tank. And yeah. Yeah, right now I'm trying to interrupt as many caps as I can, because I don't want him to, you know, get the unit advantage. And this is the second mistake. I don't know how many mistakes I've made already. Nth mistake. This Neo tank killing this infantry. Like, I should have just let this infantry cap the city, to be honest. Like, I didn't expect a bomber. Like, I was expecting maybe a medium tank. Turns out he has both, a medium tank and a bomber. So, you'll see how bad the next turn's going to be. Jesus. So, I retreated my fighter because I was afraid there might be like an anti-air that could take down this unit. And so far, I invested a lot of money in this fighter, so I wanted to, I wanted to survive as long as it can. So yeah, right now, so far I'm doing pretty okay on the top part. I'm holding the line, literally. and I'm taking back properties from my opponent, so that's good. So yeah, I built another indirect here because I sense that I'll be playing more defensively here, so I bought an artillery just to, you know, get more cost effective engagement really. So okay, yeah, it's just moving around now, and this is the turn that where I should have 100% resigned, because this was a killing blow. Boom. Neo tank dead. Bye bye. And this medium tank isn't gonna do jack shit because of the bomber. And battle copter enters, and I don't have anything except this copter, but there's also a bomber. Thankfully, I have a fighter here, so boom. Let's see what he does with this bomber. And yeah, my units are just dying, and he's capturing everything. And yeah, his bomber coalesces on this side, so this is a super strong side. It has medium tanks, 2 bombers, a lot of tanks, and this is just his skeleton crew. I mean, I'm slowly inching forward, but he's winning the important battle here, because that's where most of my units are. So day 19, yeah, I just retreat this recon just to get, and yeah, I'm just using my units for vision right now, because I need to know what's going on. And I saw this, and this fighter, technically it can reach, it could even reach this bomber if I had vision over it. But I thought of a way to break through this line, but yeah, his bomber's well protected. I'm not gonna be able to push through that. So yeah, I just did as much damage as I can. Yeah, I'm just killing units here. Like, so far I'm really doing a good job of like defending this area. Or not really defending, I'm pushing this area. Yeah, even killed a copter with a couple of infantries. Like, it took 3, but you know, it's still dead. Yeah, these twin artilleries. These twin artilleries here, they're probably my best investment in this game ever. Because they're the only ones doing work. Everything else on the south is dying. Okay, yeah. Push more units forward. And then I build a bomber because I have to like destroy these tanks. Since I'm playing more defensively right now, I had to rely on big boy air units. I even base skipped just to afford this bomber. So boom, and yeah, my tanks are just dead. And medium tanks also dead. Again, everything is dying. Look at this. He's just pushing. Look at how far he is in the map. He can really capture these 3 properties, and he's gonna capture this and nothing there. And he's gonna capture this too. Oh no. Like, I have the income lead right now, but that's quickly going to turn around in the next 2 turns. So he even has 2 bombers at the back just to like counter any big boy units that I have. He also built like a neo tank. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, he popped his market crash just to get defense really. And look at the state of the map. Like, I am completely owned here. No chance of pushing through here. On this part of the map, I'm winning. Like, I'm able to take properties, so that's good. That's basically, I think the reason why I haven't resigned is because I was winning on this part of the map. If this part of the map gets destroyed, particularly if these 2 artilleries die, I might have considered resigning. So yeah, again, artillery just being super useful. Boom, dead, yeah. And bomber finally comes in. Didn't know there was a freaking anti-air here that's gonna shut down my bomber. Boom, boom, boom. Yep, I'm owning on the upper part of the map, the northern part of the map, even capturing this. So far it's a trade. So far it's a fair trade because he's like capturing my properties on the southern side, but I'm also capturing his properties here on the northern side. So it's pretty even so far. Yeah, I'm just capturing the properties. And I also popped market crash just for the defense. Like, I wasn't going to lower his thing here, but yeah. And I even popped it, I think, let's see. Yep, I popped it once I've already like bought units, which is a no-no if you're playing Sasha. So again, another stupid mistake on my part. And then, here's the second mistake. I built a stealth fighter. I don't know why I built a stealth fighter. I should have built another bomber. Because the thing is, I need immediate response to this force pushing to my base and HQ. A stealth fighter not only is slower than a bomber because it only has 6 move, it also needs another move to stealth. It cannot attack and stealth at the same turn. So instead of killing this tank right now, if I had the bomber, this stealth would have needed another one extra turn to stealth and then another one to hit. So it's not really being super efficient right now. Yeah, I'm so far I'm doing a pretty good defense here. Okay. Great, it's day 20. And then, yep, I'm super mad here. Boom. Thankfully, I had market crash, so it had extra defense. So it didn't. A 3 HP bomber, it's pretty useless, but it can do some, some okay chip damage to tanks. And yeah, thankfully I have anti-air here already, so it kind of protects units from air, from like copters and bombers. But yeah, I'm just really pushing as hard as I could here. This is the only area of the map I'm winning. And then he builds a fighter. Now this one's useless. Like, it's gonna get a hit at, like, say a tank, and then it's gonna get shut down by this fighter. Pretty useless move. Pretty useless purchase on my part. So let's see. Okay, yeah, it's just moving forward. Just keeps pushing and pushing. And then yeah, he's being super careful with his bombers, which is correct because he knows that I have a fighter somewhere. So okay, day 21. Yep, boom. So now I think, yeah, I'm sure that I'll capture this. So yeah, so far that's the only reason why I'm surviving. And here I'm probably getting super greedy here. I maybe should have stopped at this point of the map. Like, so far, maybe just hold the line here and then really reinforce the side, but whatever. Okay, see? I could have attacked this, I don't know, this tank, but because of the stealth fighter needing to stealth first, I had to, waste a turn. So, let's see. Yep, I'm finally capturing this. Like, remember, I think a couple of days ago that it would take 15 days to, like, ferry this infantry here and then capture these 2 properties and then go back to capture this. Turns out it took me 21 days. That's probably why I'm behind 1 property to my opponent. Bad move. Okay, so yeah, now I'm just like retreating these tanks to get healed because I need healthy tanks here. So I'm okay repairing them on cities. And yeah, I'm just forming a line here, like the "you shall not pass" picket line here. And okay, now I'm building rockets because the thing with rockets is that they're very good defensive units, because if you're in a defensive position, you don't need to travel as far for your units to be effective. And this rocket is going to be effective in like maybe 3 turns to be able to start shooting units, because right now I cannot win a direct battle. Considering he has bombers, he has medium tanks, I can't do a neo tank spam and expect to win. I'm gonna lose that fight. So I had to go rockets and anti-air. Anti-air to deal with any bomber shenanigans, rocket for like neo tanks and whatever. So yes, as I told you, like this 3 HP bomber, now 2 HP bomber, still doing work. I'm able to like damage this anti-air. And right now my copter's doing work as well. Boom. Yep. Even I don't know why I did that, considering he has a bomber. I wanted to keep this anti-air alive. That's probably why I built a preemptive anti-air, because I knew that I was gonna throw this anti-air away. But yeah, not a very good move. Okay. Yep. Okay, now I shift this fighter here. I don't know why. Like, this, what does this cover? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it covers everyone here. But as much as possible, I maybe preferred if it was here. Maybe I was thinking a bomber might show up in this area and I'm completely like defenseless when it comes to that. Yeah, maybe that was my rationale. So this fighter is coming here, is coming in, and then yeah, he kills my vision, and then he kills my anti-air with the medium tank. See, if this had been a bomber, maybe this medium tank might have been dead already. You'll see next turn why stealth fighters really isn't a very good unit. So yeah, he's just continuing his push. Like, look at this infantry, it's so far forward. And yeah, infantry dies. And yeah, I'm just really doing my best to interrupt caps right now, because I do not want to lose a property game when I'm playing against Sasha, even if I am playing as Sasha. So yeah, right now I'm just really maximizing, and this is just for the defense really, or the offensive, whatever. Yeah, it does like 1 damage, and look at how weak the stealth fighter is. It does 5 HP to a medium tank. Granted, it's on a city and it has its power activated, but you would expect that for a unit that costs 24k, it would, you know, hit harder. And now he is a fighter that's gonna shut this down, and I just wasted 24k. Like, I would have been more okay if this was, say, a bomber, and then the bomber gets killed by this fighter. At least it took down this medium tank. This one, it didn't even like do a lot of damage. Not very good. So yeah, this was a free battle copter. Like, thanks for that, I guess. Then yeah, the rockets making its slow way to the conflict, and yeah, free battle copter. Boom. Yeah, this could have died. I think with a very good roll, this battle copter could have died. And yeah, two tanks. I would have built another anti-air, because I'm not winning a tank by tank warfare any turn now. Just anti-air, dude. Oh no. Yeah, my real hope really is just this portion of the map. Like, if I lose this portion, then I might as well resign. Day 22, and then boom, now it's useless. It can be a scout, I guess, because stealth fighters have good vision, but man, oh, it's such a disappointing stealth. Yeah, I'm just killing my units right now. And hey, look at that, I get a free shot at this tank, cause okay. Yeah, he's being super stealthy with his bombers. Like, yeah, and I guess it's fair because I'm also being stealthy with my fighter. Okay. Day 23. Boom. Boom. My artillery is still doing work. Yeah. Boom. Boom. Yep, look at this 2 HP. 2 HP bomber. It's still trying its best to do as much damage as it can. So does this stealth fighter. Boom. See, it doesn't even kill the freaking tank. A weak unit. But yeah, I'm just trying my best to fight back. And I get a hit off his fighter. That's a good hit. Like, this one's dead. So, that was my first good engagement of the match, I think. I was able to kill his fighter. And with the fighter here in the middle, the bombers have no choice but to shift up. But the thing with the fighter's movement, look at this. It covers an entire... It covers both my armies, really. So, it's in a very good position. And he has nothing to, like, respond to this. And see, he also built a battleship. I don't know why he built a battleship. Like, I just saw this now. Like, I see this later on, but I didn't think that he built the battleship this early in the game. Did he think that he was already winning? Oh, no. Well. Yeah, and then my rockets in position, build another bomber. And oh yeah, okay. I decided to build a lander. So, I just realized on this map, landers are actually very viable, especially in the mid to late game where you want units as fast as possible. Because without a lander, your main reinforcement will consist of air units, like whatever comes out of this airport, because that's the fastest way for you to reinforce your units. However, with the lander, you're able to ferry 2 ground units to the center at the same time. So, in effect, by buying a 12k lander, you're moving this base closer to the center, which means it's easier for you to reinforce. And especially when you're playing a defensive game right now, you want your reinforcements to come as fast as it can. And I think the lander is a good way to do that. And you'll see how effective this lander ends up being. So yeah, I'm just trying to, like, I don't know why I'm super aggressive here. Like, I'm not gonna capture this. In effect, I'm just like throwing away units, which I really don't want to do. Boom. Okay, what exploded? Oh, his transport copter exploded. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, see that? Okay, day 23? Yeah, day 23. Let's see what he does. Okay, he moves his battleship. I guess it shuts down this area of the map, which I shouldn't have been pushing anyway. So, yeah, whatever. Okay, and then he gets a free shot at my anti-air. But thankfully, I have a rocket to respond. But yeah. And yeah, he's killing my anti-air, and then I see the bomber here. So there's a bomber here, there's a bomber here, and I only have one fighter. Okay. So this push here, it's dead. I mean, I should have been pushing this far with the ragtag units that I have, but whatever. Okay, so he's just killing everyone and he's coalescing in his headquarters. So yeah, and yeah, this mini tank backs away. Okay, so look at it. Look at our unit count, or unit composition, or basically our unit value. He's ahead of me by around 20k, because after I add 28 here, maybe just around 10k, which isn't big enough for you to win, really. But more importantly, look at our unit count. Slowly but surely, I'm regaining my advantage. That's probably because he pushed way too hard here and didn't succeed. So let's see how that affects him in the long run. So yeah, I spot this fighter or this bomber, boom, one shot, bye bye. And then yeah, this stealth fighter is just being a meme right now, just being annoying to tanks, because he has a fighter to shut it down, but like, is it really worth to shut this down with the fighter? It's going to see another thing why a stealth fighter is so bad, because it needs an APC to be viable. Like, look at this. Like, what turn did I buy this? Like, turn 18? And it's already almost out of fuel. Like, thankfully, I have a black boat that can refuel that, but It's such a bad unit, man. So yeah, I pop market crash for the defense really. And okay, I have a plan with this copter with an infantry. Notice how these two properties are super naked. My plan is just to ferry this transport copter and then sneak my infantry in and capture these two properties. Like, he's going to have to dedicate like either a bomber or a battle copter, maybe even a battleship, just to deter this, you know, this two properties being captured. So yeah, that's the game plan right now. So okay, here's, yeah, I built another rocket and I built an anti-air. The thing with rockets, the reason why it's so hard to use them offensively is they have terrible movement. They have 5 movement with wheels or tires, meaning they have to spend 2 movement just to move 1 square of tiles. And then for forest, it's 3 tiles. Like, there's not a lot of roads in this map, so rockets usually aren't viable. But thanks to my lander, it's gonna get them to the center really quickly, so they could be viable as an offensive unit. So yeah, right now I should really be retreating here. I don't know why I'm not like I don't know why I'm being super aggressive. Be more defensive, dude. Yeah, I'm just coalescing on this. This is now, as you can see, it's shifted. This is now my strong side, because this is where most of my units are. But yeah, now this one's super naked. Right now, I'm planning to do the same push that I did earlier, but on the southern side, because I have to retake my properties. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, look at that. He's just, I don't know. He's being super stealthy with his bomber to the point that it's not being used. And he also builds a stealth fighter. I guess he got jealous, like, oh, my opponent built a stealth fighter. I should have one too. Like, okay. Let's see how effective his stealth fighter ends up being. Boom. Yep. Yep. So far, yeah, I'm just cleaning house here. And I am, you know, coalescing my units. And then I built another fighter. Even though I didn't expect a stealth fighter on his end, I know that he has like a lot of bombers, so I need to build another fighter. So yep, yeah, my copter is running in, and then yep, infantry and recon. Okay, so here's my game plan right now. My game plan right now is to forego building tanks, medium tanks, neo tanks. What I want to do is to turn this battle into an aerial battle, meaning I will have fighters and anti-airs ready to shut down any of his air units. So he'll be forced to build more tanks, medium tanks, neo tanks. At the same time, to counter that, I'm also going to pump out the bombers and rockets, ferrying rockets to the center thanks to my lander, and then bombers to kill, basically bombers to push forward. So my unit build is going to be as follow: rocket, anti-air, infantry, and if I have enough money, maybe a battlecopter. The next turn, bomber or fighter, then 3 infantries. That's going to be the cycle for the next couple of turns, and you'll see how effective this becomes. So yeah, he's just, you know, pushing with his units right now. Yeah, it's like a reset. It's a hard reset of the game. Like, we're pretty much tied right now. So this is basically round 2. And look at that, I was able to refuel my stealth. So you can be useful for maybe, I don't know, couple of turns just to be annoying. So yeah, I also supplied my units here. Yeah, and look at this. You wouldn't, in normal matches, you wouldn't see these rockets like as far forward like this, but so far, yeah, they're doing pretty good work of zoning enemies. So yeah, push the fighter here, and then Yep. Yeah, I built a battlecopter instead of a fighter, or instead of an anti-air. But yeah, normally I probably should have built an anti-air instead of a battlecopter. So yeah, that's the strategy right now. Pump out rockets every other turn, whenever a lander is available to move it. So yeah, yeah, this 2 HP bomber is just serving as a, I don't know what's this one doing. I guess it could scout, whatever. Just want it alive, really. So yeah, get strapped. Boom. Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna retake this city, no questions asked. And then look at its stealth. Like, I haven't spotted it, but I already have like a fighter ready, so I'm not that worried. Like, I don't know the stealth exists to be worried, but yeah, it wasn't a good move on his end. And yeah, he's just forming his units here, completely abandoning this side. Yeah, need that. Oh, look at this. Look at this. This rocket. Like, oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's dead. Yeah, he even pops his market crash. I don't care. Look at this. He built another battleship. I don't know why he built this battleship. Maybe he wants like to position it here and then shut down this entire area, because he's focusing on this area anyway, so he just needs to defend this, really. So maybe that's why. But look at what I do just to shut down this battleship. Wait, yeah, before that, yeah, I killed this Neo tank. Dead Neo tank. Boom. And then stealth, yes, I'm using the stealth to scout. That's how useless it is. Like a glorified recon. Boom. Yep. And there you go. I saw the good thing. I saw this anti-air. So this bomber. Well, there's a fighter, so it's also gonna die. But whatever. Yeah. So yeah, look at how I shut down this battleship. And now you're trapped there. Like, this battleship isn't going to shoot at anything. That's a 28k wasted. And right now, I'm happy to forego my mission of capturing these two properties if it means this battleship is going to be stranded at this harbor. So yeah, I'm positioning my units. And then a third rocket enters the scene. Like, that's getting super scary. Like, once these rockets get into position, it's impossible to break through them. So yeah, boom, boom. Yep, just positioning my rockets here, making sure that they don't die, because it's basically these rockets are the key to my strategy. So yeah, I don't want them dying. Okay, so yeah, just maintaining my defensive line, making sure there's nothing that could reach this rocket. So yeah, I built another bomber. Again, I was expecting this bomber to die, so I wanted to have a replacement bomber as soon as possible. So, because I wanted to shut down his ground units with the help of my rocket, and then anti-air and fighter to deal with air units. Okay, so yep, just put it behind. And yeah, so far, let's see what he does. Boom, he spots the stealth. And then his stealth goes in for the kill. Boom. Now I know there's a stealth here. So I'll take that. I took that in mind. And then fighter kills bomber. Boom. But yeah, I expected that, so I created a backup just in case. He also kills the copter. Medium tank kills tank. So again, it wasn't looking good for me. He's also capturing this, but that's okay. I'm regaining my ground here. So far, again, it's pretty even so far. And yeah, he's just trying to push. He still doesn't know of my rocket strat, so he's not yet doing the adequate defenses. And he builds another fighter. Okay, good for you. Like, whatever. And market crash. Okay, boom. Really wanted this to die, because if I wanted this, I probably should have just committed my... Oh no, he has anti-air. That's probably why I didn't commit this fighter. Not to mention there's also another fighter that needs to be dealt with. So yeah, this is probably like the correct move. Boom. Yeah, now I'm able to recapture this, and look at this. Oh wait, oh yeah. Boom, rocket. And then I spot the stuff, and then bye-bye. It didn't even become a glorified scout like my stealth, because when he attacked me stealth, I didn't have power on. So yeah, that's probably why my stealth survived for like 1 turn. But now that was 24k wasted, really. And then yep, fighter here. Boom. So far I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I even try. Yeah, I wanted to deal like 1 damage to this, but it didn't work. That sucks. Yeah, I'm now pushing. Look at how aggressive my rockets are. And then, yep, I built a fighter because I understand one of these fighters are gonna die, so I needed a backup fighter, which consequently meant I can't build a rocket. Thankfully, I had an artillery backup, and yeah, I just built like anti-air so that I'll be able to use this lander next turn. So yeah, a small hitch on my rocket plan, but so far I have 3 rockets in the center. That's already very scary. So, and I also have like a bomber backing it up. Okay, day 28, let's see what he does. Boom. Like, yeah, this anti-air, that's dead. Yeah, even finishes off. Yep. Units are just dying right now. He's also, you know, trying to gain advantage here. Now he spots the first rocket. So let's see how he reacts to that. Boom. Yep, and then yeah, this 3 HP fighter is being annoying. Okay, let's see. Yep. Okay, my turn, day 29. What's next? Okay. Yep, right now I'm just using my artillery to interrupt his caps. But I got to shoot as his artillery using my rocket. That's pretty good. And yeah, just for good measure, I killed this fighter because that could still be used to body block. Yep, yeah, my fighters are doing work right now. Boom, and I'm doing so much damage. He actually got enough charge for the unheard of super CO power of Sasha. Like, yeah, whatever. Boom. Right now, yeah, my rockets are doing work. Boom, they're zoning up like a big portion of the map. Boom. Yeah, and I have so much infantry to use as well, so that's a good thing. And yeah, build another bomber. So I'm still sticking with my alternate plan. When my lander is busy putting units to the front lines, I built a bomber. Like, as you can see, I'm not building any tanks anymore. I'm just building recons for Bishop. But right now I have 0 tanks, so I have 1 tank that's gonna die. But yeah, realizing when you're not gonna win a direct contest like tank versus tank warfare and then switching up to air or indirect is really crucial when trying to win games. So yeah, so far I don't think he has noticed that my plan is to go super heavy rockets, so he's not building like the units he needs to counter it, which I don't really know how to counter it. Like, probably build anti-airs, and especially don't build your own rockets, because this rocket's gonna be super useless. And look at this, he dedicated a flyer or a fighter just to kill the copter that's trapping his 28k battleship. So yeah, look at this, 48k worth of funds just to stop this just this transport copter. That's cost. That's value, my man. And then finally, his battleship can guard these 2 properties. Well, too bad for you. I no longer have plans of capturing these 2 properties. You can have those, I don't care. And yeah, he just retreats. And look. And I think this one has an infantry. He's doing the same thing that I was trying to do a couple of turns and fetching this transport to capture these two properties. Let's see if it works. Okay, yeah, 1 HP bomber, just being annoying really. Yeah, it can still kill a 1 HP infantry. I don't know what these tanks are doing here. I guess they're scouting, trying to attack the rocket from behind, because I think that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to wall break to reach my rocket. He still doesn't know that I have 2 more rockets from behind. Well, yeah, he'll find out soon enough. He's building they don't really agree with building artillery, especially don't agree with building tanks. I mean, he doesn't know my strategy yet. Because if he had known my strategy, he would have built like anti-airs. Like instead of 2 tanks, build 2 anti-airs. But yeah, let's see what he does. So yep, rocket dead. I even used my copter to kill it. Yep, tank, 1 tank down, 2nd tank dead, and I got trapped. But yeah, this bomber's dead. Yeah, I'm just shooting at units right now. And so far as you can see, I've regained most of my economic advantage. Like, he might get this. Let's see if I'm able to stop him from that. But so far, the balance is going back to my favor after a very horrendous early to mid game. I'm now in a position where, you know what, I'm glad I didn't resign a couple of days ago, because if I had resigned, I would have never been in this position. So yep, now I'm just scouting, and I even like committed this bomber to kill this artillery. If you watched my baiting videos, this could have been a perfect bait if he had like a fighter or an anti-air ready, but thankfully he doesn't have. So yeah, even like, see, it doesn't even die. So annoying. So yeah, look at how naked my rockets are. Thankfully he doesn't have vision, and he doesn't have like any tanks in range to like rush my rockets. So look at these 3 rockets like just bundle up together, and he doesn't know it's there. He only knows one is there. And let's see what he does. Yeah, this fighter is trying to get back into the fold. Yeah, you're losing in a Sasha mirror if you're the one who keeps stopping your market crash. So far that's a good sign for me. A bad sign, I guess, is I'm unable to use my market crash. Okay. Finally, he builds an anti-air. Yeah, he's just setting up defensively. Now, question is, can I interrupt this cap? Because I really need to. He also has another infantry here that can just capture these properties here. Let's see how I'm able to deal with that. Let's see. And as you see, I have a 4th rocket like on its way. I'm still sticking with the plan: anti-air, rockets, and then bomber or fighter the next turn. So far that really has worked. Boom, that one's dead. Boom. Yep, and I'm good. I'm able to interrupt. And look at that, I'm just killing his units. Boom. Dead recon. And yeah, I'm positioning my rockets at this portion of the map. So now I'm zoning out this entire area thanks to these 2 rockets. This medium tank isn't even gonna come close. The moment this medium tank gets into vision, like here below this mountain, it's dead. So he still doesn't like, the thing is, he doesn't have any vision to know what's going on. Like, he could probably use this infantry to get some intel. But yeah, this, let's see. Yep. Okay, 3 tanks. I mean, good for you for building a fighter, but that's the problem when you don't have enough intel. Like, you don't know how to break through this, and really the best way to break through infantry lines is either using an anti-air, medium tank, or a neo tank. And among those 3 options, the cheapest is anti-air. You need anti-air and a tank to break through. And the thing is, you need I think you need more anti-air than this to break through this infantry line. You also need a recon, which you don't, which my opponent doesn't. He doesn't have. So let's see what else he does. Like, yeah, he's gonna have a hard time breaking through this. Good luck. So yeah, I sensed that something was gonna come, so I positioned my battle copter. Like, first was to like just to defend these properties. Thankfully, he also has a copter here. So let's see. It's already day 32. And there, I spot this rocket because I think it attacked something. That's how I found out that a rocket was here. And then, yep, using my, since I don't have any tanks, I'm just using my anti-air to attack this rocket. Although maybe I could have used a bomber to do it, but you know, whatever. Yeah, that's fine. Like, I have an extra anti-air anyway, so you know, not a bad trade. You know, I even like kill this, just, you know, because why not? Look at the positioning of my rockets. Usually you don't see them this far forward, but look at how much they're zoning out. Like, this entire area of the map is just shut off for him. Like, he can't penetrate it with the air units because I have 2 fighters. He tries to rush it with ground units. I have bombers and rockets. How are you going to push through this? So yeah, my slow march forward just starting. And then look at this. I built a submarine. Like, earlier in the video, I told you there's gonna be naval battle. So I built a submarine. Mainly because I want to kill this battleship, which I thought was around this area. Basically, locking this entire area up. Or rather, basically defending this entire southern area without committing too much. So this submarine, its objective is to find this battleship. So yeah, this is probably the first time that I bought a submarine with a strategic intent. Usually I just buy them for shits and giggles, but right now they're about to do something. So yep, just cleaning house here. And I separate my fighters so to ensure maximum coverage. And look how far forward I am. You might even consider this as overextending, but the thing is, he doesn't have like a lander that could really push his units to the middle. So just blob my entire units in the center. Now I'm zoning out this area. I'm also zoning out this area. So the area where he might have some advantage is these properties here. So yep, he just shoots. Yeah, he's killing this, which again, it's a small commitment. Like, it did good damage to the rocket, so that rocket's gonna be out of commission for a couple of turns. And then there, I saw this move because my battle copter is here and it has 3 vision. 1, 2, 3. I saw it move past through that one tile, so I know, like, okay, he's gonna try to capture these cities. So let's do, you know, let's kick his ass for that. And he's just moving his tanks. Yeah, I saw this battle copter too. And recons. Okay. Let's see what I do here. So first, boom. Yep. Just killing his infantries. And boom. And I captured. Like, I have like a rocket backing it up, so okay. And then look at that. That's my 4th rocket that's gonna be plopped in the middle. Boom. Now his vision is gone. Again, he has no idea what my army is looking like right now. And I even placed my own vision at the mountain. And then I see this entire brigade, and I see these 2 anti-airs, and I have 2 bombers right in position to kill both anti-airs. I mean, he has 2 fighters, so that might have been, you know, maybe a bad idea, but whatever. So yeah, just start shooting, and then boom. And then, okay, so it doesn't show on the replay, but this bomber got trapped. Like, I wanted to kill this anti-air with this bomber, but the bomber went through this and got blocked by this 2 HP infantry, which was super stupid of me because first, I know that infantry is there. Second, I could have just avoided that force altogether and just passed through here. But I guess that was a lucky mistake because if I had done that, then both of my bombers would have been dead. So, you know, call it whatever you want. Being lucky mistake. But whatever. It saved me a bomber. And yeah, I'm able to kill that infantry. And then I build another bomber because I know that this one's gonna die. And then now I start building tanks. I even base skipped for that. The reason why I'm now building tanks is because I know that this area is already shut down. The thing that I don't have any coverage is in the southern part, most of which are ground units. So I wanted to re-establish my ground presence and build tanks on this area just to further, just to further own this area, really. So yeah, moving my indirects. Day 33. This fighter comes in. Yep, doesn't one-shot it. Normally it would one-shot it, but my power is on, so that saved my my bomber. And this one, okay, I thought there was a rocket. I thought it was this that shot it. I think I saw the battleship already. Oh yeah, I see the battleship already. But as you can see, it's not being super useful. It's shooting at an APC, shooting at infantries. Yeah, and he built this like 10 days ago, so it's been useless for 10 days. Yeah, right now he's retaliating as he should. And he even sent us 1 HP just to get some vision. Boom. So he's trying to regain his advantage here. And since he has the battleship, he has something to back up this infantry. Thankfully, I have a submarine. Oh, what an investment. Okay, day 34. It's been a long game. Okay, yeah, I kill this just to make sure there's no, unnecessary capping, and then, yeah, I'm moving my submarine there on south. So, yep, units are just dying because of these rockets. Boom. There, and build a neo tank and then an anti-air. So yeah, I think 5 rockets are enough. So I'm re-establishing my ground presence by neo tanks, anti-air, and tanks. So yeah, because now these rockets can go back being defensive, while the neo tank and bombers take the offensive. So yeah, I even kill his anti-air even if there is a flyer here. I think yeah. So yeah, I just threw away this bomber really because I had a backup bomber anyway, so it's fine. And yeah, that's probably why I was brave to attack the anti-air here, because I was gonna damage this fighter. So I even killed the fighter. Damn. Okay. So here's a dump move. I got super cocky that I forgot to defend my rockets to the southern attacks. Like, thankfully he doesn't have vision, but if he had vision, he could have like killed these rockets, and I think he's gonna have vision over them soon. And yeah, he killed that bomber. Yeah, that's fine. I have another bomber that's on the way. Boom. And then he sees the rocket. He sees the other rocket. And he gets one of my rockets. But it's fine. I have 4 rockets left. And he doesn't have a way of pushing through them. So yeah, he just kills everything. And he starts capping. And thankfully I have this tank in the position to interrupt this cap. So yep. And you look at this battle copter, just retreating from its mission because it failed. And yeah, look at how useless this rocket is. It's not shooting at anything because I'm not advancing. I'm just holding on to this line. I think it was around this part of the game where I messaged my opponent and I told him, hey, you wanna call it even by day 40? Whoever has the most properties win? And he agreed. And knowing that I have income advantage, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna hold my line and just wait for day 40 or until he resigns. Cause right now, here's the thing, with Fog of War, you really don't know how well you're doing. At this point of the game, I thought he still had like a whole lot of units somewhere here. But in reality, he was losing hard, both in terms of value and in terms of unit count. So I really don't, I was really winning hard in this game. Like, I just know I had the income advantage, but I didn't know anything else. So, yeah. Okay, day 35 rolls on. And he must have felt pretty good because he killed one of my rockets. But again, I don't really care. And let's start shooting again. Let's shoot them with those rockets, baby. Boom, yeah, those are dead. I even shot his copter. Boom, that's dead. And finally, I'm able to hit this goddamn battleship. Just in time for my tank to interrupt the scap. Boom. And I popped market crash because I don't want my opponent to, use war bonds. I think that's what, yeah, war bonds. But yeah, he still had enough for market crash, which is really what matters at the end of the day. And bomber hits, boom, rocket. Yeah, there we go. Neo tank and anti-air. Yeah, positions to the south. And then yeah, just like do a quick replacement of infantry to make sure that my infantry line is healthy. And build another anti-air. So yeah, even spot this. Day 35. Let's see what he does. Tries to capture this. Yeah, damages the stack. Yep, just killing my anti-air. But again, it's just, it's not really that consequential to me because I have anti-airs on the move. Okay, yeah, he's trying to do like a mass capture because I guess he wants to draw at least, because I don't think he can win, but he could draw the game by day 40. But yeah, I'm not allowing that. He kills the tank. Boom, tank dead. And then he has 2 tanks here. Then a copter to follow up. Okay. Yeah, he builds a fighter because he probably knows that I have a lot of bombers. So this battleship again, I don't know what. Okay, day 36. So Neo tank enters. Boom, dead tank, and I also spot this tank. So boom, battleship dead. This submarine has just been cost effective because it killed a battleship. Hooray! Not every day you're gonna see that. And recon interrupts the scap. And then tank interrupts the scap, so you're not gonna capture those anymore. Market crash just for good measure. And then dead tank. Artillery kills this. Yep. Boom, just rocket shooting at stuff, and yeah, I'm able to kill this transport. I start capping his properties, and I even built another bomber. Why the hell not? And day 36, and looking at the state of the board, he almost has no vision. His futile attempt at overtaking the southern part is gone thanks to the death of the battleship, and he has no way to push through this death ball. So noticing that, my opponent, after 36 days, he resigns. Again, this was the wildest match I've had in this website. This guy made me earn whatever MMR I gained from winning this match. I think I gained like 10 MMR, 11, I don't know. But this guy made me work for it. from losing super badly in the early game, and then I did some big brain strats at the end, and I managed to turn it around. This was when I saw that he resigned, I was like, that was so worth it. 36 days of just pushing through, outplaying him in the fog. And it feels so satisfying knowing that the strategy that you planned ended up working and winning you the game. So this is probably the only match I've had where a rocket push worked. Rocket pushed back by bombers and fighters. Since we're playing as Sasha, it's basically a high funds match. So I played it as though it was a high funds match and focused on the big boy units plus recons. So that's really what won me the game. What was the reason why my opponent lost, even though he had such a commanding early game? Let's go review the footage. I think it was around day 18 that he started. No, after this. I think it was here around this point. The thing is, he was overextending here. He was one range from the airport. He's too close to the space, and he was trying his damned best to capture this property and this property. If I were him, I would have probably stopped pushing forward, because that's what he does. Like, he just kept pushing forward, pushing forward, pushing forward, pushing forward. Like, let's look how far he is from home, or how deep he is within my territory. He's like a turn away from my airport that I could afford bombers getting shelled by his fighters just to defend. He's super he's super deep within my territory that he forgot that I'm winning on this side. That's the only thing that was keeping my hopes alive. That's the reason why I didn't resign. If he had broken through this ragtag of infantry and artillery, I probably would have resigned and he would have won. But he kept pushing, pushing, until I'm able to push him back. At that point, he already suffered too many losses. Like, he's already 11 units behind in terms of unit count. I'm catching up in terms of value, and then we are tied in terms of property. So that was really the beginning of the fall for him. And after that, I just kept pushing him back, pushing him back, pushing him back. The rocket push is starting around his turn. Pushing him back, pushing him back, pushing him back, until it was undeniable. Like, he couldn't break through this anymore. He can't capture this anymore. And he lost. So, what's the lesson in this game? First, do not overextend. That's the number one reason how players in the Global League throw away a sure win game. He could have won this if he had just shifted upwards instead of continuing to push. That's the main lesson really here. Do not overextend and front shift when necessary. Like, especially since my opponent was losing on the northern side, he could have just shifted his units up to beat my northern side, and then he would have beaten me on both sides, and I don't have any leg to stand on. And yeah, good game, good game to my opponent. It was a really fun match. But yeah, the overextension really cost him the game. That's it for today's replay commentary. It was a very long match, and I'm sure this video is gonna be an hour long plus. So if you're still here at the end, thanks so much for sticking around. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe, all those YouTube things. I still don't have an outro, so I'm gonna go straight and say goodbye. Goodbye.